No! First one? First one? Oh, no! Come on! Come on! No, 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 oh, it's still alive! It's still alive! No! Oh, come here. Eat. You went up in the... Eric coming in like every night. Light him up.
Jack it up.
Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! Right there. Shiny! 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 We have to get Merlin. We have to get Merlin. What is it? What is it? What is it? Water orb, I have this. Done. Gabby, go. Oh! Oh my God!
You know what the stakes are for this.
What? I see for the count?
Our marriage.
Mic check, mic check. Check 2 1 2. What you gonna do when we're back for another Wizarding Wednesday with some news for you, Bars? Hey, we got mic checks from and Shinies, Moon Lily, Lizzie, Brian, Potterhead Mando. Let's go, XpectoGO. Micah, Marley a Breeze, Becky, Amelia, Snow, Danny, Moon Lily, Jordan, Davis, Magica, aka Lee, Amelia, what's good, Metatron, Harley, Yos. We got What Up, James and Sue, and we got Oi! Hillary holding it down, celebrating 31 months Patronus Squad over on Twitch. Martin, these changes is throwing me off, Martin. Apologies, but apologies. Emma, what's good? We got mic checks from Emma as well. Yeah, these jakes is throwing your boy off, and I don't like it. You two broke my day. I know, it's so crazy. Oh my gosh, but yo, we are back for another Wizarding Wednesday. To talk about some recent bad news that I didn't like hearing, that I thought might draw some red flags for those fans of Hogwarts Legacy and Harry Potter gaming in general. And it's concerning WB, obviously, being bought out by Netflix and now being attempted to be bought out by Paramount, who came with a counter offer and just like up the ante. So we're going to talk about that, but specifically some of the quote somebody from Netflix had said concerning when the merger was happening. As we got Magica Lee celebrate 36 months Patronus Squad. I have a new badge. Yay, got that 3-year badge. Oh my gosh, let's go. Let's go. You love to see it. Thank you. 3 years, Lee. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the support. Love you. Potterhead Mando, the wave. Daddy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure WB ignored Paramount's text. That was stated when the deal went through, apparently. We got a lot to read, but yeah, that was stated. But now, again, with Paramount coming in with a counter offer, a little over like $20 billion more than what Netflix put out there. Things are getting interesting, and now with people wanting to block it, particularly Hollywood as a whole, trying to ask for the government to block the deal and stuff. So yeah, Yes, Lizzie, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Over $100 billion. With it, it's insane. It's like literally like those with. It's like seeing people who have so much fighting over even more, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So, yeah, man, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it because I like getting my thoughts out there with you guys and kind of like just seeing what you think. Maybe you guys provide insight that I might not have had otherwise outside of reading stuff. Hey, Galactic Red Dragon, Blue Eyes Red Dragon. I'm joking. Currently on a 10 stream streak, saying hi, and would Hollywood be asking the government to block the deal if Disney was buying it? That's a great question. I'm excited to play Hogwarts Legacy 2. Christian, me too. Been waiting for it ever since I finished the first game, summer of 2023. I mean, Netflix is huge already. It does seem monopolized. Yeah, you're taking out one of your competitors, that they being HBO Max. I believe HBO Max was third out of the top streaming platforms in the world. Disney was like not that far behind it, and I think Amazon was like fifth or something like that. With Netflix being at the top, and this other one I've never heard of before, so being second. Tried to buy Scholastic, so it could have got Harry Potter. I heard about that one too. Lizzie. We all hope Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to be amazing and assume it's going to be amazing. But that being said, yo, this your boy James over XpectoGO, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Wizarding World content, Harry Potter content, Hogwarts Legacy content. And today we're going to talk about just that, Hogwarts Legacy, specifically WB Games, the publisher, and how its value has been provided based off of Netflix evaluation of WB Games. And so how that's going to affect WB Games moving forward if bought out by Netflix. And of course, we'll talk about with Paramount, with hostile takeover or hostile bid, whatever you want to call it, coming with the counter offer over top of what Netflix had previously put down, I believe, since last Friday. So we're going to talk about all of those things and just share my overall thoughts and concerns and just what I think could happen. A lot of it I'll be reading, but the rest of it will be speculation on my part because we do not officially know how things are going to turn out based off of the information we have currently. A lot can change between now and the next stream, and so take everything with with that lens. View everything I say and share and just overall feelings through that lens. Going off of official information, but also going off of what I narrowly know about some of these topics, and overall is going to be speculation on my part based off of what we know. So just want to be honest and upfront and fair with you guys before we start getting into it, so you don't think James is going out there throwing out fear mongering and everything like that. So happy Wizarding Wednesday to you all. What's up, Chris Clutch? What's up, everybody? Let's not forget Paramount has their own streaming platform as well. So technically, both Netflix and Paramount are trying to monopolize. Obviously, we'll see. Who WB chooses, and if the government blocks the deal. Moon Lily, you are accurate. You are very accurate, and like whoever gets it will be monopolizing it, just like Disney with Marvel and Lucasfilms and Fox and everything like that. So that is all true. My concern is obviously from a YouTube and content creator standpoint, the gaming side of this monopoly or monopolizing of this company. So yeah, we'll be talking about that. As much as I hate the monopolization, I think the government blocking a deal is absolutely stupid. It's a company's choices if they want to sell out or not. And totally. Everybody forgets what happened when Xbox acquired, or Microsoft acquired Activision. That took a while. They had to go through a lot of red tape, and I think even the government had to go through stuff and stuff. So when it gets to stuff like this, these big mergers and corporate buyouts and everything you want to call it, there is some government oversight, whether it's, the IRS or whatever, looking at the books and the finances or stock or whatever. So just when it comes to, like you said, blocking and interfering, I totally understand that. So yeah, but we're going to talk about it, man. So hope you guys are doing okay this this Wednesday. Also, Monopoly Go dropped today their Harry Potter collab. So we're going to try that at the end of the stream as well. And if we have time, we want to do that. But also, we have a drop revealing another controller that we have. I haven't posted the one we did last week yet. That's going to be this weekend. But you guys get a sneak peek of another controller that was sent to me that I think a lot of you guys might enjoy. And so, honestly, it might be one of my favorite controllers of this year that we've reviewed. And I'm excited to share with you guys. So we're going to be doing that as well. So anyway, without further ado, let's get some yo's in the chat. We'll get right into the topics at hand. And I'm going to open up, after we talk about everything, I'm going to open up the question side of YouTube, where you guys can drop your specific questions, whether it's about the merger, the buyout, or just Hogwarts Legacy in general. I love doing those, and I want to at least have a segment for that for you guys. So I think we're going to do that afterwards, unless you guys want to do it before. I don't want to bury the lead or anything. So let me see. We got yo's in the chat. We got yo's. Moon Lily, Denebula, Amelia, Potterhead Mando, Micah, Metatron, Harley, Eternal Remote, aka Becky, Chris Clutch, Martin. All right, let's do it. Let's get right into it. All right, let me see. Let's see you guys on the other side with the latest and greatest. Latest and greatest. The latest and greatest. The latest and greatest. The latest and greatest. The latest and greatest.
Ryan Little.
Alrighty, dighty. We are back. Mic checks. So this is again coming from news sources and everything. I've been saving a couple of articles in my mail and everything, just so I can reference them. But there's a quote specifically from Pocket Gamer Biz. That reads, gracious, there's a lot going on in this one. Netflix didn't attribute any value to Warner Brothers Games business in the $83 billion mega deal with them. And I quote, it reads, "We think that there's definitely an opportunity there, but just to be clear, we haven't built that into our deal model." Continuing on with the article, Netflix didn't attribute any value to Warner Brothers as part of the $82.7 billion deal for the parent company, says co-CEO. This is from the co-CEO of Netflix, and President and Director Gregory Peters. Speaking during a conference presentation about the deal, Peters was asked whether the acquisition, which has been accepted, keep in mind, been accepted since Friday by Warner Brothers Discovery, but faces competition from Paramount Skydance, would it accelerate its own gaming plans. So they reference the gaming plans here, and this is what the co-CEO of Netflix had to say. Peters said, while Warner Brothers has done, and I quote, great work in the game space, we actually didn't attribute any value to that from the get-go because they are relatively minor compared to the grand scheme of things. It goes on. Now we're super excited because some of those properties that they've built, Hogwarts is a great example of that, have done quite well. And we think that we can incorporate that into what we're offering, stated Peters. They've got great studios and great folks working there, so we think that's definitely an opportunity there. But just to be clear, we haven't built that into our deal model. And he keeps going back to that. He keeps going back to that's not actually what was valued in regards to our valuing or breaking down the value of WB games. Of WB Discovery. WB Games did not play a role or a factor into it. Super confident. Now, there's been mixed reactions to Netflix deal in the industry. CEO John Wright said the acquisition offers a battle to control the next decade of transmedia, blah, blah, blah. Symbol Zero CEO Raphael Brown, meanwhile, said he expected Warner Brothers games to start hemorrhaging a few months after the merger is complete. And this is the thing that got me. This is why I put in the title bad news. I'll continue on whether the acquisition will complete. Peters said Paramount Skydance bid was entirely expected. We have a deal done, and we are incredibly happy with the deal. We think it's great for our shareholders. We think it's great for consumers, he said. We think it's a great way to create and protect jobs in the entertainment industry. We're super confident we're going to get it across the line and finish. So we're excited. Any deal remains subject to regulatory approval. And that's this part right here is where the government could come in, because there are regulations with something like this and everything. So going on. Netflix games plans. Addressing Netflix progress with its current games division, Peter said a lot of work has gone into building the division's infrastructure and creating a strategy over the past couple of years. Last year, the streaming firm appointed Epic Games EVP of Development, Alain Teskin, I pictured that name, as the president of the games division. And they just go into how much work they go in. Specifically here, a lot of work has actually been also understanding the strategy and sort of seeing, as we always say, you never know what you've got until you get out there with consumers and you figure it out, he said. So this is a very long article, very well worded, and exact quotes from the co-CEO of Netflix. But when they I hate this part because they say, man, they got good people there. Like you're gonna hype up the people you're buying. You're gonna hype up the businesses, the companies, and everything you're buying. They got great studios, great folks working there. So we think there's definitely an opportunity there. But just to be clear, we haven't built that into our deal. So the reason I put, no value was basically they didn't take WB Games into consideration. Not into consideration, but the value-wise of WB Games and its properties didn't really come into anything concerning the overall plan for Netflix and what it wants to do with WB. And that's its IPs and it's everything that it owns. And when it comes to looking at the value of something, when you hear $82 billion and WB Games didn't factor into it, there's a couple of ways you can take it. There's a couple of ways you can go with this. And this is where the speculation gets into it. Hey, we're looking at the other side of it, and WB Games is just going to be the cherry on top, something we can work with later on. Or we're focusing on this. Yes, we're getting our games division up, but we might just sell the IPs to other people like Marvel does. Which means if they do that, A lot of the studios, Avalanche Software included, might dissolve, like straight up. That is a possibility. If you guys remember, Warner Brothers was shopping WB Games to Sony, reportedly. This was back in June this summer. So WB had already was like, WB Games isn't like worth that much because they lost a lot of money last year. We been talking about it for a year, losing over $400 million just last year, courtesy of Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and Multiverses. And because of that hit, they also had to shut down studios. Keep in mind, the $82 billion that is going into this deal, 10 billion of it is debt. 10 billion of it is debt. So they value WB at 72, or they're at least offering it 72, and the extra 10 is to cover up the debt. And that debt has something to do with some of the hits WB has had in the gaming side of things. You see successes, they only mention Hogwarts Legacy. They say Hogwarts, but they only mention Hogwarts Legacy. Because as of late, Hogwarts Legacy has been the only success for WB Games. And so maybe if we have something that happens, which is the worst case scenario, which was stated here, we think a great, what is it? Protect jobs, entertainment industry, blah, blah, blah. Where was the part where they said it might shut down? Yeah, here we go. This CEO, Raphael Brown, meanwhile, says he expects Warner Brothers games to start hemorrhaging a few months after the merger. So the worst case scenario is they shut down the studios because they don't see the value in having those studios. The value is the IPs. The values will be Harry Potter, DC, Game of Thrones, or Mortal Kombat. Like, that's where the value is. That's where the value is, because you can take those IPs and put them in streaming, in movies, put them in streaming on television, put them in any other way. And then take those IPs and sell them to a Rockstar, or I'm just throwing out like developers and stuff, or PlayStation Studios, or Naughty Dog, or anybody else, Larian Studios. That's where the money is made, because they don't have to worry about loss. They don't have to worry about losing money when you sell out an IP to another studio who wants to make the games, or another publisher who wants to publish that game. Disney gets a certain percentage from Marvel, Spider-Man, for example, from Sony and Insomniac. Disney gets a certain percentage when their characters goes to Fortnite. Disney gets a certain percentage for the Wolverine game, and so forth and so on. And Disney's not making games at all. And this sounds like something that Netflix would do if they didn't consider WB Games to be part of the overall strategy. If you don't look at WB Games as the overall strategy, not saying that they wouldn't use it, but the initial value of WB Discovery and this bid of $82 billion didn't take into account the value of WB Games, because that value is inconsistent and fluctuates, because gaming is risky, and especially making games. And so the bad news comes into play where they could just shut down these studios, recoup all the losses that they're losing, because they'll probably make more money shutting down the studios possibly than trying to make a game that you don't know will hit. Hogwarts Legacy hit, but we don't know if Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to hit as well as Hogwarts Legacy 1 did. You don't know if this Hogwarts Legacy MMO is going to hit. We have examples of Quidditch Champions not hitting. We have examples of Multiverses not hitting, of Magic Awakened not hitting. Same with Wizards Unite. We can go down the line. And so if I'm a company like Netflix and I want to buy WB and also have WB games, well, the money is not making the games. The money is selling the IPs. And that's where we can get in trouble, where Avalanche Software can shut down. That's where we can get in trouble where Rocksteady could shut down. That's where we can get in trouble with Monolith and all of these other studios and developers can shut down. Because the money is not making games. The money is in selling the IPs, so they don't have to deal with any losses. They would just sell it and we'll get a percentage of it. That's where the bad news comes in. Because based off that quote, right here, right above this, great studios, great folks working there. We think there's definitely an opportunity there. But, just to be clear, we haven't built that into our deal model. The joke's not thinking about it, bro. They're not focused on that right now. They're not. They're not focused on WB games. And that's an issue. That's an issue. That's scary. That's worrying. That's not their focus, bro. That's not their focus. Because if it was, they would say, we're excited about the opportunities of making games, building up our games division because of WB Games and doing stuff with Hogwarts Legacy, with Mortal Kombat, with DC, with Game of Thrones and everything. If it was part of the plan, if it was part of the gaming model, planning model, whatever you want to call it, they would say, just like they're talking about consumers and stuff with the IPs and the movie division and TV divisions of WB, they were saying and use that glowing references and apply it to WB Games as well. And they haven't. They haven't. And this is from the co-CEO. They haven't. Again, not necessarily saying they won't. But this is definitely cause for concern. Definitely. Definitely. No matter how big of a concern or not, it definitely is a cause for concern. Glass half full, 25% concern. You can categorize it however you want. But anybody looking at this and having some pause is merited because of what they said. And because of WB previously trying to sell WB games before this acquisition was even started. So, yeah. And again, I'm not going to go crazy and like the world's on fire, we're doomed, no more Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to you guys. I'm not doing that. The deal won't be finalized, even if Paramount's counteroffer doesn't go through and Netflix is, boom, stamped new owner of WB Discovery. It's still going to take quite a while for everything to go through. And we have all of that time to marinate and see, while this is being finalized, what Netflix has planned for WB Games. But again, I'll say it again. That does not mean that there's no cause for concern. Because if you were into WB Games, you would have used the references you made, you being Netflix, you made about WB Discovery's television and movie divisions. You would have used the glowing references you made about those two things with WB Games. Because you mentioned your gaming division. You mentioned how you're trying stuff. But yet, the first thing you said was it had no value into the overall plan or model for buying WB Games. Now, we get a good breakdown of this from... I'm going to slow down because I'm just going to... What is everybody saying in chat? Let me see. Hey, what's up, Zachary? Welcome to the stream. Just literally don't have a good feeling about it, says Steph A. Me too. Yep, Han Solo already arguably said it best. I have a bad feeling about this, says Father Vanda. So does that mean I have a shot at purchasing WB Games? Dylan, possibly. Possibly. It makes me wonder if this whole thing has moved the goalpost for Hogwarts Legacy 2 right now. What do you mean specifically? Are you talking about release? Are you talking about release date? Are you talking about development overall, Becky? Like, what do you mean by that? If this moved the goalpost for Hogwarts Legacy 2? Because the only movement I would see, the deal hasn't officially gone through, even though we've gotten an email saying Netflix is buying WB from Netflix, because we are have a subscription with Netflix. So it's still not like official yet, but maybe like everything's on hold, because we know that WB stock was on hold, I believe. So does that mean people aren't working now? Who's under the WB banner or whatnot? Like, I don't know what this means yet. Ghost Steps, yo, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, but seriously, deja vu with Wizards Unite. No respect to the fan. That's the first thing I thought about, Lizzie. That's the first thing I thought about. I mean, both development and release. I mean, yeah. It could move. Like something like this would definitely move the goalposts. For sure for Hogwarts Legacy 2. For sure for its development. For sure for its release. Yes. Because now you have people to answer to. Now you have new people to answer to. Now this ladder, this business ladder of responsibilities for the gaming side of the WB banner has shifted. Who's to say this new shift in power or in restructuring doesn't restructure again? Remember, this summer, WB restructured the gaming divisions and the leadership. Don't forget that. That happened. Let me bring up the article. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was talking about it in here. Sony is interested in acquiring WB Studio. Announced June 9th that it was splitting this company into two separate entities, streaming and the global networks. The split is scheduled for mid-summer of 2026. And then it talked about what WB Games restructuring its divisions to create new divisions based on its key franchises, Mortal Kombat, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, and DC Universe. And this is specifically how they did it, because we talked about leadership. Avalanche is going to be Avalanche Software, and Alan Tu, game director of Hogwarts Legacy, and John Blackburn, the head of studio at Avalanche Software, is now going to be reporting to somebody new after this restructuring. Now, they started it this summer, and it's supposed to be done in 2026. But what's to say Netflix doesn't come in and changes that? Like, so yeah, back to your question, Becky. Yes, this could possibly move the goalpost, because you have new leadership now to answer to. You have new people to respond to. Like, and what's the scary thing is just the uncertainty. It's just the uncertainty. But we're certain that they said this. We're certain that we think there's definitely opportunity there, but just be clear, we haven't built that into our deal model. That being WB Games. That's from the co-CEO of Netflix. So the no value part that I have on the thumbnail of this stream, the no value part comes from like this article. Netflix didn't attribute any value to WB Games in the $83 billion mega deal. While there's definitely been some work going on in the game space, we didn't attribute any value to that from the get-go, because they are relatively minor compared to the grand scheme of things. WB Games is minor. So if something is minor, something is small, something is not relatively important, it's easier to get rid of. It is. It is. Whether they do or not is always up in the air until officially we get word. But you can't tell me that's not a possibility. You can't tell me that. Like, come on. Words like minor didn't attribute value into the overall deal? The gaming's division? And keep in mind, everybody forgets, gaming is the most valuable entertainment right now. It dwarfs. Hey, Pumpkin! Thanks for the follow. It dwarfs movies and music. I'll show you the receipts just to make sure. I'll show you. Then movies and music. This is what I asked AI right here. Yes, the video game industry is significantly larger and generates more revenue than the movie and music industries combined, with the global gaming revenue exceeding $200 billion annually. And what's funny is they only care about this part and the TV side. Hey, Martin, with the 10 gifted members over on YouTube. Martin, my guy. Oh my gosh. If you just got a gifted membership, welcome to Patronus Squad. We get exclusive content, exclusive posts, and you have access to emotes during our live streams over on YouTube. And of course, our secret channel over on our Discord. Link will be in the description below. Thank you, Martin, for supporting that way. Always. Let's start an Only Wizards and just buy WP ourselves, says Hillary. So, like, I mean, yeah, I know, like, most of that money, like that 200 billion, is mostly mobile games. Mobile games dwarf, like, AAA games. Like, is in regards to revenue, just strictly talking about revenue. Yes, mobile games do that. And so mobile games is part of the gaming industry. I know a lot of us think of AAA games and Spider-Man and Last of Us and God of War. Yes, I'm referencing PlayStation because I'm a PlayStation head. But, you know, Skyrim, you know, Baldur's Gate, Expedition 33, Nintendo games. Like, all of us think of those games. But mobile is where the money's at. But this is, I don't understand how, like, I do. But it didn't make sense to me why WB Games was valued or wasn't valued at all when the music industry makes so much, when the gaming industry makes more than the movie and music industry combined. Hey, Kafibi, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. We're that much closer to 4K followers over on Twitch, so thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the Wizarding Wednesday live stream where we stream every Wednesday. Be sure to comment your Patronus and Hogwarts house so we can give you a shout out, but thank you for the follow. Let's get trending. Call it Expecto takeover, and we all buy it. I feel like Captain America not Captain America, Captain Planet, for those of you guys who might not remember it. With our powers combined, we can come together and still not be valued at $1 billion. Oh my gosh. Let alone $82 billion. But most of that value comes from microtransactions. Exactly, Rui. I'm sorry. Microtransactions because of mobile games. Free-to-play games. There you go. What up, James? Paramount and Netflix want it all in revenue. Yeah. Rocket. Yeah, they do. Like when Fox canceled Lucifer and we all shared it on social media. Yeah. It's worth a shot. I mean, you never know. I know Captain Planet. I'm old. You're not old, Ward. Captain Planet really tried to age us on that one. 90s. Everybody, 90s babies. If you remember, you remember. But, yeah. I like... Just thinking about it, I'm like, I don't even know, like, I like to play the percentage games, for example. like over-unders. Okay, over-under percentage-wise, the chance of, Netflix, like, just kind of dissolving most of the WB games. Like, what's the overall under chances and stuff? Like, I don't even want to put a number. Because obviously we don't know. This is speculation right now. But it's definitely a possibility. It really is. It really is. Let me see. Who is that from? Galactic Dragon, Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, and Heart. The Nebula, careful who you call old. I'll smack you with a K. I didn't say anybody was old. I just said it was an old school reference. I missed Static Shock. Bro, that's a callback right there. Hey, sorry I'm late. What's the bad news? Quickly, 7Zook over on YouTube. Just breaking down this article with the wording here from Pocket Gamer, specifically quoting the co-CEO of Netflix, stating, we think there's definitely opportunity there regarding WB Games, for example. Regarding WB Games, not example. This is regarding WB Games. There's definitely an opportunity there, but just to be clear, we haven't built that into the deal model. So they didn't, attribute the assets of WB Games into the overall value of this merger or this buyout of WB Discovery. And because of that, and because of the specific wording they used, like minor, used here, this is a quote again from Gregory Peters, the co-CEO of Netflix. While they definitely have been doing some great work in the game space, we actually didn't attribute any value, to that from the get-go because they're relatively minor compared to the grand scheme of things. And there's a CEO in here who states, just talking about what this could mean, saying they expect, if this deal goes through, WB Games would start, and I quote, hemorrhaging a few months after the merger is complete. And WB Games comprises of, obviously, a lot of our favorite games, Hogwarts Legacy being at the top of there, the new Batman game, Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight. But this also means the shutting down of the studios, because the value is not in the studios and in making the game. The value is in the IP and selling the IP to others who want to publish and do with it what they will when it comes to it. And WB or Netflix would get a percentage of that, which was why WB was considering selling, where is the article? Was considering selling WB Games or the gaming division earlier this summer. Because the value is not so much in making the games. Again, it's in selling the IP to others so they can make the games and they get a percentage from that. So there's zero loss and nothing and everything to gain. You don't have to worry about loss because you're not making it. If there's a loss from their side, who you sold the IP to make the games, then at least you still get a certain percentage of whatever left they have. They still paid you to acquire the IP of Hogwarts Legacy or Harry Potter. So again, if a Santa Monica, who makes God of War, says, we want to make a Harry Potter game, and Netflix owns it, and they're like, we're not into making games, but we'll sell you the IP, and we'll sell you a certain percentage of whatever revenue you make from each sale of that game. Netflix/WB is like, we don't lose any money. Even if the game's horrible, they don't lose any money because they just got paid for that IP. The value is in the IP. And that's worrying because, again, they could shut down the studios, which they've already done just earlier this year because of the horrible sales and the losses they took in 2024 with Suicide Squad and Multiverses. And even Quidditch Champions, and even with Magic Awakening shutting down. So That's the bad news, because essentially Avalanche Software and Hogwarts Legacy could just simply just like, hey, we're good. That they have that ability. They being Netflix. And Paramount could do the same thing. Paramount is more likely to keep the gaming side open than Netflix. But it's a possibility. How big, how small, is still up in the air and left to speculation, which is what I'm doing now. But it's still a possibility. And that's the scary side, and that's the bad news part of it. Getting crazy with all these bids, says Rocket. AZATL is the GOAT of animation. Yeah. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I mean, outside of anime. Will there be an impact on the TV show? Micah, that is a great question. I doubt it, because that's what Netflix is interested in. That's what they're interested in. They mentioned the TV show last Friday when I did the emergency, out of nowhere impromptu stream talking about this deal. No, I don't. It's not going to be affected. Maybe decision makers, people who are making the decisions, that could change. And obviously, who Francesca Gardner and Mike Malloy, the showrunners for the series, they will be answering to somebody new, I'm assuming, or at least the person they're answering to will be answering to a new person over at Netflix. So, but they're very interested in the Harry Potter TV show because they can stream it on Netflix. It's all about the streaming platform. It's all to them. It's all about the streaming platform. And what's crazy, I was listening to I think it was John Campia. He does like movie reviews and movie news and stuff like that. I have fun watching it. I've been watching them for a long time. And they've been talking about this merger for a while because obviously it affects Hollywood and affects the entertainment business as a whole. But he covers mostly the Hollywood side, the movies and television side. And so definitely he's interested in this topic. But one of his correspondents up there has said, it's crazy to think about, and I've been talking about this because WB has just been an integral part of my entertainment ever since I can remember. But WB as an entity being around for over 100 years is being bought out by a 25 plus year company, that being Netflix. And that's astounding to me. They've been bought out by AT&T as well. They've been bought out by Time Warner, and obviously Discovery. But it's just astounding to me. And it just shows how important leadership is, how important good leadership is. Everybody has leadership. Everybody has somebody they have the answer to. But good leadership wouldn't allow stuff like this to happen. If you're really caring about not only the brand, but the consumer and the money. As of late, it seems like a lot of people are just worried about the money. David Zaslav, CEO of Warner's Discovery, who was CEO of Discovery, came in, bought it, and now is selling it for how much did they initially buy? How much did Discovery buy? Did Discovery pay for Warner Media? Jeez. This is crazy. David Zaslav, CEO of Discovery. The merger was $43 billion. They're essentially almost doubling what they paid back in 2020, 2021. They're doubling it. So he's just looking at it as, I just doubled what we paid for this company by selling it. So to him, he did his job. He took care of the shareholders. He got paid. And he's good. He's good. 40 billion, now 82 billion, and over 100 billion from Paramount. Doubled. Zaslav doubled that value. Even with the debt. It's crazy, bro. But like, again, leadership wise, he did his job. He made sure the value was there. He got the shareholders taken care of. Doubled. That's insane. But the thing is, they don't care what happens to it. They got doubled their investment. And you're doubling 40 billion, not 1 billion, not 100 million. You're doubling 40 billion. Yeah, they don't care about WB Games. Yeah, they don't care about Hogwarts Legacy. They just doubled. They don't care what Netflix does with WB Games. They got their money. Not yet. This is why I'm concerned, people. This is why I'm concerned. Their job is to take care of the shareholders. That's their job. That's his job. How you go about it, having good games like Hogwarts Legacy, having good franchises and movies like Superman this past summer, having good television shows like Game of Thrones and House of Dragon and everything. He just, like, if I'm looking at it, yeah, WB Games doesn't factor at all. Like, he just made bank. Yep, exactly. As long as they get a good payout, they're not bothered. Exactly. Exactly, Becky. And that's what we're not, like, that's what's hard to see, because we're looking at the forest from the trees. We're trying to, at least. You know we're paying. Like, and he's like, bro, I just doubled $40 billion of this company, the value of this company. He just doubled the value of this company. Way more than doubling if they take the Paramount deal. Again, if you're looking at WB Games and you're like, James, I don't see what the worry is, you're not looking in the right place. No matter how small, how big, there's pause for concern. For Hogwarts Legacy 2. For Hogwarts Legacy MMO. For future spinoffs. There's pause for concern. Straight up. Straight up. So, we'll see. I'll keep you updated. We will stay on this, and I'll be following this like as detailed as I can, because this is out of my wheelhouse. This is not something I thought when I made XpectoGO. So when I made XpectoGO, mergers, and we've experienced 3 of them since the channel's been made. Never in my wildest dreams did I think covering mergers would be part of the content coming on XpectoGO. But this is where we're at right now. This is where we're at. And this is where we've been at. Since Time Warner got bought by AT&T, since Warner Brothers got bought by AT&T, then Discovery, and now Netflix or Paramount. This is where we're at right now. And this goes back to the volatile nature of gaming, but also the volatile nature of just poor leadership. Just poor leadership. Like, straight up. Just straight up. Poor decision making. Not understanding your consumer base with some things. Like, how does a company surprised, this is a quote, surprised by the success of Hogwarts Legacy? Surprised by the success of Hogwarts Legacy. If you think I'm lying, I'll Google it right now. This is the same company, by the way. Because I've been talking about leadership for a year. You think I'm making this up? Those who've been with us know. Like, this is the same company, bro. We believe you. I was going to bring out the receipts, but okay. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. $1 billion plus. Yeah. It made over $1 billion, by the way. Now you just need like $81 billion more to cover the deal that Netflix is offering. But again, like decisions when it came to Quidditch Champions and Wizards Unite, like how Pokemon Go has been like the biggest mobile game for the longest time. It's not currently, I don't think, and it's probably fell off. But I know back in like 2020, 2021, it made like over like $3 or $4 billion Pokemon Go. And when Wizards Unite was announced and eventually released, this was during the popularity of Pokemon Go. And so you have a great IP like Pokemon with Niantic, and it blows up. Let's have another popular IP, Wizards, Harry Potter, with Niantic, and have that blow up. And from what I know, I'm not going to name any names and name any sources. WB was responsible for what happened to Wizards Unite. But we knew, we being those who have connections at Niantic, knew that WB kind of was reactionary with the game. And Niantic wanted to keep going. We have other examples, not just with Wizards Unite, with Magic Awakened. It took them over 3 years, almost 2-3 years, to get it to the United States, and then closing it a year later. Same with Quidditch Champions and the marketing that was associated with the game by Unbroken Studios. They didn't believe in it, or they would have had the same marketing push that Wizards Unite had, Hogwarts Legacy had, that Magic Awakened even had in the other territories. Quidditch Champions came and went. There was no push, there was no marketing, there was nothing. And it feels like, especially as of late, from the gaming side, they've just been throwing things against the wall and hoping things stick, instead of having a plan. Because if you had one, again, if you had the right people, if you had the right leadership, you would have known Hogwarts Legacy was going to be a success. You would have known Quidditch Champions wasn't. I could have told you that. All of you guys in chat could have told them that. Everybody who are not Harry Potter fans could have told them that. Because most of us have been part of the beta. Most of us have been part of the beta, not just for Quidditch Champions, but for Magic Awakened as well. And knew what they needed to do for it to succeed. And they didn't take into any account. They didn't work that well with content creators, Quidditch Champions. Magic Awakened did, but the marketing was always limited. Hogwarts Legacy brought me, brought Ben, brought Lynette, Wizard PhD, as community co-hosts for their gameplay showcases, and then invited a ton of gamers and publishers to check out, journalists, I'm sorry, check out the game, on top of just being present within the community. You did not have that with any of the other recent Harry Potter games. You had that with Wizards Unite, because I was there. You had that with Hogwarts Legacy. With Hogwarts Mystery, because I was there. Even with Puzzles and Spells. I know a ton of creators who are getting paid, who are getting sponsored, who are getting sent gifts in game to help promote the game. None of that happened with Quidditch Champions, with Magic Awakened. And that's why those games suffered, on top of just the poor marketing, which I think including creators is part of your marketing. And I'm seeing it with the other properties, with Wonder Woman being canceled and not having a plan for Wonder Woman. They were working on the Flash game, then canceled that before they started working on Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad was supposed to be something differently, and they changed it because of fan reaction. I can keep going. Multiverses was originally so much better. I played the beta, and then they went quiet and released it, and it was a shell of itself. Decision making from leadership. And now you have an entire gaming division who's at risk because of poor leadership years ago. Not letting the right creatives, not letting the right leaders, or not listening to the right creatives or listening to the right leaders when it came to servicing not only the consumers, but eventually the company. Because if the consumers like us like the product, the company, the publishers, the developers, they're going to make money. If you look at all the successes within the gaming space, Expedition 33 as of late, Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring, the last, I think, Take Two, those are like the last, will be the last like 2 or 3 Game of the Year award winners. They all talk about making something that they love because they were fans and they were gamers, and knowing what they would like. Talking to Avalanche Software and the people there, they wanted to make a Harry Potter game that they know they would have enjoyed. You don't see that with the Quidditch Champions, sadly. You don't. So, yeah, I'm upset about the Netflix deal because of what could happen, but this started way before Netflix threw in their bid for the company. $400 million lost last year in the gaming division alone. 400 million plus. Because of decisions made in the leadership. You know you can do it. It's not like Rocksteady came and don't know how to make games. They lost over $200 million with Suicide Squad. So, and the thing is, like, the developers, the devs, the QAs, the senior producers, the directors, they are great at their craft at every company. NetherRealm, Avalanche, Rocksteady. They're great at what they do. But they were told to do something that I know most of them didn't agree with. I know that. Jason Schreier's reported it. So, this is where we're at, man. Again, I'll hope for the best. We won't know until we find out, until this is finalized. We still have the Paramount bid to deal with and be considered, but it didn't start with Netflix. It didn't start with Netflix. So we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I just know a lot of people at Warner Brothers, especially from the influencer side of things, from the community managers to influencer, like connects, who do a great job, bro. Who do a great job. And the fact that their jobs is at risk is just a slap in the face into how well of a job they do for that company. It's just a slap in the face. I know a lot of people at WB Games. I know a lot of people. And so I just hope the people come out of this even better than before. That's why I'm pulling that WB Games is stronger than ever after this acquisition and doesn't get dissolved. I hope Netflix sees the success of Hogwarts Legacy and it's like, hey, let's invest in Avalanche software. Let's get more Harry Potter games. I hope they see what Rocksteady had did with the Arkham series and like, let's invest in them. Let's put more money into it. Like, I hope they see all of that. NetherRealm with Mortal Kombat. All of those companies, all of those developers. I hope they see that. Because they don't right now. Because the value didn't attribute into it, according to the co-CEO. But eventually, I hope they do. Because there's people involved that are very good at their jobs, that are some of the best on the market. And they have no business having their jobs possibly at risk, no matter how big or small of a chance. It should be zero. It should be zero. There's too many good people there, bro. Too many good developers. Too many good IPs over there that they know what they're doing. No business. No business. Because there's a possibility. The possibility is there of them losing their jobs in the studio shutting down. There's a possibility. 2% to 50%. There's still a possibility. And it should be zero. Straight up. Too much talent. And yeah, I'm saying that because I know the people and there's a personal connection there. Yeah, I'll say that. But there's also proof in the pudding and what the products they've put out and what they're able to do. And we've seen it. And decisions made by leadership sometimes affects the quality of what you put out. Because sometimes it's not what you want to do. It's about what the company wants to do because you're answering to the company overall. And that's just the way of life. Tech Wired celebrated 41 months for Patrona Squad. The work culture has to be right for success. Yeah, exactly. Hello from Germany. Farus, what is good? Hope you're having a good time. I know it's late for you over in Germany. Just by watching videos of the Avalanche team alone tells me how passionate and talented they are. Facts, Becky. Facts. And again, there's a reason I didn't just mention Avalanche software. There's a reason I didn't. Because, again, there's other developers. But, that being said, I'm going to open up the questions side of things right quick. Because I feel like I've been talking for forever. And I'm doing this over on YouTube. So feel free to drop a question in that. You should see it at the top of the chat section now. And if you're over on Twitch, feel free to just, let us know in that chat any questions or concerns or comments you'd like me to address during the stream. Poor leadership definitely contributed to a lot of these issues. Yeah. Agreed, Debbie. Hillary, I'm catching up. I think there's also so much negativity surrounded J.K. Rowling and the world combined with the delays of the game. I do think they were honestly surprised by its success. And I mean, that would definitely attribute to just a general view of the IP, but you don't go off a general view when you're making a game. you go off of the IP and the stats. And the stats tell you the Harry Potter brand has been strong and feels like stronger now. We had we had a new attraction at Universal this summer, which is based off the Wizarding World. We haven't had a new Wizarding World movie, TV show, or anything since, Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore. But that's blowing up. 2 new studio tours, 2 new stores, Harry Potter stores, TV shows, the baking show, and the quiz show, which were all successes. Not even talking about the exhibitions, the Harry Potter exhibitions that travel, and the gaming side. And just Wizarding World. How many people go to the websites? How many people buy merch that are Harry Potter? I could have told you, and I don't even have the numbers. I'm just going off of this bubble I'm in. I could have told you Harry Potter's strong, despite what everybody says about JK. The IP is still strong. And the Forbidden Forest experience. Exactly. Yeah. So if they were just going off general stuff, that's on them for them to be surprised. Because anybody who knew, who's paying attention, which is why you pay people for that, knows the IP is strong strong, bro. It's Becky says, who do you think should play Peeves in the Harry Potter TV show? Anthony, bro. Jason Anthony. Jason Anthony. For those of you guys who don't know, Jason Anthony is the voice of Peeves, Nearly Headless Nick, the Sorting Hat, amongst a plethora of characters, Professor Binns in Hogwarts Legacy. And I was privileged to do an interview with him last year, I think. And he kind of broke down the process of which it took to do that and everything. And just his overall, not only knowledge of the IP, but also his understanding and voice manipulation, I think would merit it. And I think you get 2 for the price of 1, because you can have him as Peeves and you can have Jason Anthony be the voice of the Sorting Hat, which you only need for season 1. And that's it. So, yeah, Jason Anthony. By far. That's my choice. That's my choice. What do you guys say? Ooh, question. Hillary, have you opened Harry Potter Monopoly Go? We're going to open it. I did check it out briefly, but I'm going to open it at the end of the stream. But yeah, because I need friend codes. Because apparently you need friends to do stamps or whatever. So yeah, I have. It's so cute. I know. Yeah. Add me. I will. We got a thread in our Discord if you guys want to join us and try and Monopoly Go collab with Harry Potter. Check out our Discord. We have a thread there, courtesy of Parrish and Mech and everyone there. Let me see. This is from Tech Wired. I'm sorry. What's something magical you are doing for the holidays? Magical? Resting. No, honestly, after football season and after getting back in the swing of things with content-wise, resting. But magical, just spending time with the family. We're signing weekends to do fun stuff. We got a lot of Christmas themed events and everything happening in this area, and we're going to be doing those, seeing light shows, visiting parks, and visiting attractions and stuff, all themed around Christmas. So we're going to be doing that this past weekend. We watched a couple of movies and popcorn and everything. Kind of laid back because we're coming out after hosting Thanksgiving. So we're not in the mood of traveling and going to see stuff. So we're just sit at home, watch some movies, put up the Christmas trees, all the other stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. What about you? Sasha, I've been playing for a while, so if you have questions. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have questions, so be ready. Hey, Demigod Hades. Butterbeer coffee creamer I saw at Walmart. Yo! Okay, I'm doing that. Thank you for the super chat. Let me get Nifless and Gift in the chat. Sue's the coffee drinker of the house, so I'm going to make sure she gets that for sure. Good look. Good look. Hello, I'm back. What's up? Do you think we'll get? This is from Hacking Chaos. Do you think we'll get the game of the game at 2026 when Harry Potter show comes out? Also, can you believe they are filming season 2 before season 1's airing? Yeah, he's referencing the Harry Potter TV show, and we have confirmation that they're wrapping up season 1 in the spring, and they're going to start filming season 2 in the summer, in the summer of 2026. So we're wrapping up in spring of 2026, season 1 of the Harry Potter show, and start filming in the summer, maybe even late summer of 2026. They get like a month, 3 months off, and then they're going right back into it, which makes sense because the kids are relatively young. You don't want them to hit like a growth spurt and look completely different between the first 2 seasons. So that makes sense. But in regards to 2026, I don't think we'll see the game. I think we might get like reference to the game. I doubt we get a trailer though, even though it's been 3 years since the release of Hogwarts Legacy in 2026, February 2026. I don't think we'll get the game, especially with this merger stuff going on. I don't think we'll get anything. Maybe an announcement, but trailer-wise, I don't think we'll get anything yet. I think we'll start getting stuff in 2027. 2026 is the year you should be looking for it though. So over under, I think it's higher than 25%. I think it's 50-50 right now if we get a trailer. Because I think the game would be releasing 2027, the earliest. And that's my thoughts. Because they've been working on so much, they being Avalanche Software. Because if forget, the game didn't completely release until November of 2023. And then they worked on the they worked on the summer update in 2024, which was released in June of 2024. And then most of 2024, they were working on the mods, which released late January of 2025 this year. And then between all of that, they were also working on the Switch 2 port of Hogwarts Legacy, which released in June of 2025. And so they've been doing stuff a lot. Primarily focusing on the first game, and I just think now the team's completely dedicated to the sequel, and so I think it just might take some time. So yeah, that's because if you just follow the timelines. But yeah. Thanks for the question. Farouk Bane Wizard, how are you, my dear? I've been a fan of yours since the first Hogwarts Legacy fight. Farouk, thank you. I am doing well and just catching up on content. And I haven't been able to be as consistent since I got promoted or asked to be a head coach. American football. For those of you guys watching in the UK, American football. I'm the head coach of a team at my alma mater. And that's been taking a lot of responsibilities over the summer and fall. And so it feels good to be back consistently making content. But that's been taking up the majority of my time. And now I'm transitioning back into making content and stuff. So just transition period and trying to get some rest. But thank you for the well wishes. And thanks for being a fan of the channel since the beginning of Hogwarts Legacy hype. I really appreciate it. That's where we met a lot of you guys. So thank you. And then Harley says, in light of the buyout discussion, what are your thoughts on how Netflix would handle the rumors surrounding Merlin coming from Offworld? Oh, Harley, you had to do it. You had to be the one to do it. For those of you guys watching for the first time, joining us for the first time, I got to host the first gameplay showcase for Hogwarts Legacy. I think it's like one of their most viewed videos and stuff on the channel for Hogwarts Legacy. But anyway, I was coined the Merlin's conspiracy theorist by Chandler Wood himself, the community manager at Avalanche Software and Hogwarts Legacy. But I've owned that title because even before I was asked to do it, I've been throwing out a lot of Merlin theories and have been doing so ever since. And so the ongoing joke is to get James to talk about Merlin every Wizarding Wednesday. And so, yeah, that's where the Merlin question is coming from. But Off-World is a new one, and I haven't I hadn't gone through theories regarding that, but that's something I can definitely look at, Harley. I can definitely look at. I'll be right back. Phone call. Okay, Haley. Oh my gosh. Too late. Merlin rant incoming. No Merlin rant incoming. No Merlin rant. No Merlin rant. I promise. No Merlin rant. But yeah, I'm considered the Merlin conspiracy theorist, and I had a badge with that, which was funny. So I own it. I own that. I own it. Wanted some levity. I love it. Thank you, Harley. Thank you for providing levity, Harley. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the smile, because your boy was annoyed for sure. But yeah. You know you want to. I eventually I will. But I will. But my biggest question coming out of this is just, let's stay hope-wise. Let's stay hopeful. Let's stay positive. And let's say on the positive side, everything is like good and dandy, right? Let's say everything is like on the up and up. Netflix buys it, expands their gaming division, and they're making games. Not selling IPs, not breaking down, dissolving studios. What does that look like? Because like, from a gaming side, Netflix, a lot of their games, they do a horrible job promoting the games. A lot of people don't even realize there's games that they have unless it's like right in front of them. And even then, some of the games, especially the ones we see a lot of, they're mobile games. And then the ones you can play on TV, you still have to use your phone as a remote, because obviously they don't have a console or anything like that, you know. So they use their app to play the game if you're watching it on the TV. So are we going to be using phones to play Hogwarts Legacy, or are they going to go the traditional route and, get them out, work with PlayStation, on PlayStation, or Microsoft with Xbox, or Nintendo with Nintendo Switch, or even Steam now with the Steam Cube, or whatever you want to call it? Are they going to work with these platforms? Is Netflix like willing to do that? Make Hogwarts Legacy 2 or the Hogwarts Legacy MMO or both, and put them out so they can be played on multiple platforms? Like, what does that look like? Because Netflix does not do that. They don't. And the thing is, what's funny is, they're all about their platform. They're all about their streaming service. If you want to play games, play it within our app. It's all about retention. It's all about the numbers. It's all about how many people are looking at their app or using their app on a daily basis. And so I just think it doesn't feel like something they'd want to do, which is why like the dissolving of a Avalanche Software, Rocksteady, or NetherRealm is a possibility, because it takes attention away from their app and just the IP by itself, because these companies are selling it, And so it's just weird, man. Like, we don't know what that looks like. This could be the first of many. Maybe they embrace it and they're like, we like this, and they want to put out more games. Maybe they do both. They make games and sell the IP out. So not only are we getting a Hogwarts Legacy 2 from Avalanche Software under Netflix, we might get a Marauders game from X developer, and that's going to come out a year later. So then now the waits between the games aren't as long, or at least between Harry Potter games, because obviously there's going to be a long wait between Hogwarts Legacy 2 and Hogwarts Legacy 3. But while you're waiting between that for that time period of development, we could possibly have another studio making like a Quidditch Champions, hopefully not like a Quidditch Champions, but making another Harry Potter game. and not just a mobile game, but a AAA game and making something else. So like then sky can be the limit because now they're making their own games and they're making money off of the IP and selling it to other gaming divisions or gaming studios or gaming developers and so forth and so on. So, and if Netflix is all about making money, I like definitely selling the IPs to these gaming studios and stuff. Excuse me, makes a lot of sense, especially on the mobile side of things. Like it makes a lot of sense because you get that continuous revenue of continuous streaming revenue, because it's online, because it's live service, because it's always on. That being mobile games, so we could probably see more mobile Harry Potter games in between the announcements and the releases of a Hogwarts Legacy 2 and 3 or Hogwarts Legacy MMO, which is going to be online. So, best case scenario, they embrace WB Games, start making their own games, and sell the IP, so we can get more games to try out and play while we wait between those games. And as a content creator, I mean, I'm all about that because the more Harry Potter games, the better. Like we're trying Monopoly Go right now, like that's going to happen. So if we can get some quality AAA games while waiting for the sequel and the third game, like bro, that would be amazing. But we'll see what their priorities are. Like it will see if it fits within their realm of possibility. More questions. Sneaker, do you think that if they don't start promoting the second game soon, that it may be canceled? What is soon? If it's within a year from now, I'd be concerned because it'll be over 3 years. So like this time in 2026, and we haven't heard anything outside of down the road from the CFO of WB Games back in 2024. Yeah, I'll be concerned. So if we don't hear anything, because I was the same way with the DLC. I was like, if we don't hear anything about the DLC by fourth quarter of 2025, then it's canceled. Well, we found out the DLC was canceled like quarter one of 2025. So I'll give quarter four of 2026. If we don't hear anything about the sequel, then I'll have cause for concern. I won't think it's canceled because some of you guys might not remember. We got the 2020, what was it, in 2020, September 2020, we got the reveal trailer for Hogwarts Legacy. And then in 2021, silence. Nothing. We didn't hear anything. And at the end, in December of 2021, we found out that Chandler Wood was added as a community manager. And then 3 months later, of March of 2022, that's when we got the state of play for Hogwarts Legacy and the behind the scenes. And then just took off running. We got marketing everywhere. So it's not like they haven't done it before, they being Avalanche Software or WB, when it comes to like silence making a game. Like the Dark Knight, Batman, Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight. Nobody knew that was coming. We heard rumors, but we hadn't heard officially that was being worked on. And then boom, we got a trailer like this summer, and now we're going to see him at Game Awards tomorrow. So I think just being purposeful with their marketing and making sure they have a product to promote might mean we won't hear a lot of like announcements saying that the game is in development, like Intergalactic was for Naughty Dog last year. I don't think we get a lot of that from WB Games now. But again, I'll give quarter four this time in 2026. If we don't hear anything, I'll be possibly concerned. Like, why haven't we heard anything? Because again, it would have been 3 years. It's 3 years in February since the release, first release of Hogwarts Legacy. So 3 years, bro. Usually 4 years in between games. God of War was what, like 2028, and then Ragnarok came out in 2022. So about 4 years or so. I think it's the earliest. So 2027. So we need to hear something in 2026. We need to hear something in 2026 for the sequel. But good question. Sorry I had to work late, but I'm here. Do you think WB Games, this is from Perez, surprises us with a Hogwarts Legacy 2 trailer tomorrow, still keeping the faith even though we got bad news? I don't think so. I don't think so. If we do get something, I'm still going to hold out faith. I'm silently protesting the Game Awards. I'll watch it, but I won't co-stream it because of how they treated Hogwarts Legacy in 2023 during that Game Awards. That was the last one I co-streamed, actually. It was either 2022 or 2023. And it was a No, I didn't co-stream the 2023 one. I co-streamed the 2022 before the release of the game. But I'm silently protesting the Game Awards. But I'll be watching, just not co-streaming it, not promoting it on the channel. But I'm promoting the game trailers that I'm excited about. But there's always a chance. But the fact that Hogwarts Legacy didn't get any nominations in 2023 when it was the highest selling game and one of the highly rated games of 2023. Yeah. That's my thoughts. But I will be watching it. I just won't be co-streaming it. But I think over under, I think under 25% chance we'll get something. Almost like they are preparing the channel for Hogwarts Legacy 2 promos by getting the algorithm to favor the channel. Yeah. By the way, did anyone notice Hogwarts Legacy YouTube was silent for a while and they started posting shorts frequently? Yeah, I did notice that, Moon Lily. They are heavily promoting their TikTok. And so a lot of the TikTok stuff they post is being reshared or repurposed on Instagram Reels and, of course, YouTube Shorts. But it's definitely a chance, especially like you said, it's like they're retraining the algorithm that, hey, we exist, we're here, something might be coming. So yeah, if we get something, I will be reacting, I will be sharing my thoughts, and I will be talking about that 24/7 for sure. Deep dives will be back, trailer breakdowns will be back, but I say under 25% chance, which still means there's a possibility. It still means there's a possibility. But I do know they don't have a community manager right now, and that's usually their form of communication. They don't officially have a community manager. Well, they have, what's her name? I forgot. Is it not Nikki? Because there's another one we met that Chandler answered to, but she worked for WB overall. She didn't work for Avalanche. But usually you want to have a community manager and the marketing people involved. And I know two of the people aren't there right now. I won't say who, but I know two of the people aren't there right now. But they could still send the trailer out and then do something. So there might be a chance. I'll be watching. Again, I just won't be promoting it on the channel. So if WB is brought by either Netflix or Paramount, says Potterhead Mandia, I sincerely hope it's Paramount. They seem to care more about IPs. Yeah, I love what they've done with Sonic. That was insane how they didn't even consider Hogwarts Legacy. Bro. Danny, I know. I was pissed. I was so pissed. Perez says, James, I know that you're not allowed to say anything if you know anything, but you haven't heard anything, whispers of Hogwarts Legacy 2 being canceled. No, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything. And even if, and something about like a cancellation, and I'll be straight up front, because I've worked with WB before, and I've had NDAs, and I've said, like, I haven't said anything. Usually, if I know something, I can't talk about it, right? So, cancellation of a game, for example. That was a question brought up in the chat. If I knew about a cancellation or knew about the game progressing, I would automatically switch topics, because I wouldn't be allowed to talk about it under my NDA. But since I don't have that, I can just tell you right now, I haven't heard any whispers of cancellations. They're hiring still. They filled all the positions based off the job listings, and there's still meetings being had. There's still people working in-house. They're about to go on leave for the holiday, where everybody usually just like splits and goes. So usually you're not allowed to be in-house or respond to anything during that time. So there won't be anybody at Avalanche Software in Salt Lake City right now. No, I think probably next week is probably when they start leaving. So I do know that. But no whispers of cancellations or anything, based off my findings and understanding of things. So, Heidi, if we do see something, there's a big M somewhere. Critter. What's the over under understanding for Merlin versus Mystery? I mean, it's got to be over under 55%. I say over 55% chance it means Merlin. What else would it mean? You don't need an M for anything. So you're saying there's a chance. Deneva, I'm always saying there's a chance. I'm always saying there's a chance. Those arms playing the piano just jump scared me. Where? Oh. Video changed. Put on some Christmas stuff. But yeah, I think there's a under 25% chance we see something tomorrow. But if we do get an M in an announcement, over 55% chance it's Merlin. I'll say that. That's my official statement. That's my official prediction for tomorrow. So, but and also like not co-streaming it allows me to get my reactions out faster, because I can just record myself right, like sitting right here, like watching it, and then just record and then clip from the beginning to the end, upload it, make a thumbnail, boom, done. So I'll be able to get a lot of my reactions faster. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. I have a feeling the question is over under 5. Over under 5, chat. Over under 5 reaction videos I'll post by the end of the night tomorrow. Over under 5. I played for a while, was 1,500, now down. Now down to that. Oof. 200 dice. Yeah, I'm about to open it up right quick. Stephe says under 5 videos I'm going to react to. So you don't think we'll see 5 gaming trailers that I'd be interested in? Okay, under. Posh says under as well. Okay. Tech Wired says over. I hope so. I know we'll see 007, which I'll make a reaction to. I know we'll see. That's the only one I know that I'm interested in. Oh, Dark Knight, the Batman, Lego Batman. So those are the 2 I know I'm interested in covering and we'll be seeing. Crimson Desert is the other one. So that's 3. And all of those are coming in Q1 of 2026. I'm not interested in GTA 6. Halo or Starfield coming to PlayStation. I'm trying to think what other games. Black Flag. Yeah, Black Flag. That'll be 4. Black Flag. What is it called? Resynced, I think. Black Flag Resynced. Because I don't think it's remake, it's resync. Because they put out the PEGI rating for it. So yeah, Black Flag. So that's 4. Black Flag, Crimson Desert, Lego Batman, James Bond 007. Those are the 4 right now. I feel like I'm missing one. I hope we get Crimson. What is it? Revolution? Clockwork Revolution. That's one I want. Clockwork Revolution. Obviously, a Hogwarts Legacy. That would put us over 5 if we get those 2. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet would be 6. I don't know. Larian Studios' new game, yeah. Fable, yeah. So there's a possibility to be over 5. Fable, yes. Are you interested in other RPG games? Yes, very much. It just takes so long to finish, but yeah. Very much, I am. Gosh. I play a lot of, like, Square Enix sent me, like, their entire catalog this year. In the last, like, 4 months. Dragon Quest, Octopath Traveler 0, and Final Fantasy Tactics. All of those came within the last 4 months. They sent me #gifted, sponsored. So I got those. So those are some RPGs. I just want to figure out that statue. Some people say it's not for Divinity anymore. All I need to see is Hogwarts Legacy. I'm good. Exodus. I'm not about that life. I'm abstaining. I don't bet even for fun. James will play BGS. Bro. I do a D&D already, but nah. I can't play that on stream. I can't. You know how many episodes that would be? I even saw Retro like doing them, and I was like, bro, that's going to take forever. It's going to take forever. All right, we're going to open up Monopoly Go right quick. It just dropped today. But first, yo's in the chat so you guys can see your first look at my review of the Rainbow 3 controller. Rainbow 3. And I'm letting you guys know now, it might be one of my favorite controllers this year that I've reviewed. I'm just letting you know. I was surprised. It was already gorgeous. It was already gorgeous, but bro, I didn't know it had that many features. It feels pro. So, all right, we got yo's in the chat. Let's get to it. It's super colorful. Yeah, it's super colorful. Patronus Squad has already seen pictures of it. All right, let's do it. Shout out to Big Juan or Mojan for sending us a review copy of their Rainbow 3 controller. Check it out. Oh my gosh, this is by far the best looking controller of 2025. This being the Rainbow 3 Elite gaming controller from Mojan, the sponsor of today's video. The Mojan or Big One Rainbow 3 is Mojan's elite competitive multi-platform gaming controller, compatible for PC, Android, iOS, Switch, and the newly released Switch 2 console. All thanks to its tri-mode connectivity feature utilizing wired, Bluetooth, and even near link. But what impressed me after a month of testing the Rainbow 3 wasn't just how gorgeous of a controller it is, we'll get to that later, but how much of an elite controller it actually is. The Mojang Rainbow 3 is maxed out, offering esports performance, showcasing both elite style and elite performance with features like 16 mechanical micro switch buttons with 2 times the buttons as other controllers for a fully customizable and elite control. Clutch. 2 exclusive capacitive joysticks for zero drifting and low latency control. Clutch. 2 Hall effect and micro switch triggers for linear and instant trigger controls. Clutch. A mechanical micro switch D-pad offering precision and durability. Clutch. And a 1000 milliamp battery offering non-stop gaming and a myriad of other features. Clutch. But what drew me to the Mojang Rainbow 3 was that fully covered RGB lighting. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. This is the best looking controller of 2025. It's downright gorgeous and captivating to look at, living up to its rainbow name. Mojang contributes its stunning RGB look to its Aurora lighting system, featuring 14 independent and atmospheric RGB lights, with, thanks to the Mojang app, has a ton of lighting customizations, giving the Rainbow 3 a stunning and exclusive look unlike anything on the market. Honestly, the Mojang Rainbow 3 gaming controller offers you, the player, the best of both worlds. Elite performance and elite style. Something I haven't said reviewing gaming controllers in 2025. Plus, you get the top of the line style and performance on mobile, PC, Switch, and Switch 2. This controller is so good. But enough of what I think. What about you? Is the Mojang Rainbow 3 gaming controller something you'd be interested in? Comment below your thoughts, and while you're down there, click the link in the description if you're interested in supporting the channel by purchasing your very own Rainbow 3 controller for the holidays. The Mojang Rainbow 3 Elite Gaming Controller, the best looking controller of 2025, and thanks to Mojang for sponsoring today's video. And there it is. I have it right here. You can't see the colors because of the auto lighting, but this is the controller. Let me see. Wait, last time I turned off the lights, the screen froze, but let's see. You can see some of the light over here. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. You guys saw it in the video, but this thing, it's good. It's good. It's a pro controller, so it's like $80, but usually pro controllers are north of $120, $150. So you get all the pro features you would get like on an Xbox controller, but for $80, and it's gorgeous. So check it out. It's so good. It's so good. And you can swap out the buttons, you can swap out the analog sticks and everything. It's so customizable. The app is great for the lighting and stuff like that. It's so good. So when I post the video, I'll have the associate link if you guys are interested in it and stuff. But thanks for the time check, Stargazer. Quickly, before we get out of here. And if you haven't, drop a like over on YouTube. Thank you so much for the discussions and stuff. But we're going to try out, I think this is the biggest I can make it. So this is Monopoly Go, and they have the Harry Potter collab that is like in right now. And it's so cool because Harry Potter's everywhere. Harry Potter's coming to Fortnite, but I know nothing about this, and I like it a lot. Yay! I know nothing about this. And so I'm going to need help from Hillary and whoever plays this. But apparently you got like stamps and locations and stuff in it. And I have never played this with a mouse. Oh, here we go. Okay. But you got like certain stuff you can scroll through and like move through and stuff. and everything. Like it's pretty cool. I love how the characters look. But I've only been playing the game for like a little bit. And so I need help, which means I need friend requests. I need friends to play this with, at least try it and see like how is it. And so yeah, I'm sorry, I can't make it bigger. I tried, but this is the biggest I can make it. So but yeah, the last album is Chocolate Frogs. I think I sent a friend request as Posh. Let me see. Ooh, okay, here we go. Ooh, mech. Okay. Boom. So yeah, my friend code apparently is here. This is my friend code. But I will be trying this out and kind of sharing my thoughts. I want to do like a short or two to try it out. Super colorful for sure, but yeah, but it's addicting. It's addicting. You're always like trying to build up your area you're at. So like you get amount of dice you can roll. So I just put in like $10 in the game just to like start out, just to see like how it would be. And like you roll the dice and you can go around and you just collect the money, right? So then when you get something like this, like Bank Heist, for example, you get to take like a certain, whoa, 80,000. You get to take like some money from like other players in your friend network. No. Hey, there we go. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty addicting. Again, I've only played for like maybe 2 hours. So it's still relatively like on the, hey, I'm still relatively on the honeymoon phase right now, but it looks a lot of fun. It definitely, I see where like the microtransactions come in, because you get to pay for like the dice, how many rolls you get, and if you just want money, because going around the board is how you get money. And when you get money, you can build up. You see right here, I have 5 right here. So over here, you can build up. Everybody says hi to Sassy Sue, by the way.
Hello.
You can build up your area, so I can spend money to build this up, to make more money and stuff like that. So.
What?
Yeah.
So it's like Animal Crossing plus Monopoly?
Yeah, basically.
Fun.
When you get a shutdown, you can switch targets. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was always the same person. Look at the board. It's Hogwarts locations. Wait, what? There's Hogwarts locations on the board? Hold on.
Oh, is this the Harry Potter
Yeah.
one?
How do I zoom in? I don't know how to zoom in on a mouse. Can I do this? No, that's not going to do anything. Let me see. Let me see if I can read. The font is too. How do you zoom in, Hillary?
What are you trying to read?
These.
Community chests. The Owlery.
Okay, so we do have Hogwarts locations.
Yeah. Hagrid's Hut, Quidditch Pitch, Forbidden Forest.
Ah.
Zonkos.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of them.
I got 520. What is that? Bro, what? I didn't even see that.
Cute.
Is jail Azkaban or is just neutral jail? That would be hilarious if it was. If it was Azkaban.
Instead of a policeman, it's
yeah,
a mentor. Yeah,
that would be awesome. But yeah, it's super cute. I can definitely see why people would spend a lot of money, because this is Scopely's like highest grossing game. Probably like Pokemon Go might have overtaken it, but I think I can see this being their most profitable game. But yeah, definitely check it out. I'll be posting my friend code in the thread we have on Discord. So if you guys are interested in at least doing a trial basis, kind of trying it out for like, you know, the rest of the month, let me know. It'd be interesting to see how it works. I know some of this stuff you need friends for, so Just jail. I wanted it to be asking man, says Hillary. Okay.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, but you can get pieces of the character. So right now my car, the car is my piece across the board. You can earn characters as a piece by doing stuff within the game. So
Nice.
super cute, super fun. Nothing really crazy. Definitely check it out if you're interested in another mobile game to keep you distracted. And again, when Fortnite gets announced, we'll be doing that and trying that out here on Whizzing Wednesday and trying to play with like the friggin' nerd crew and stuff. So
Hillary said when you finish the first round board, you get a house shield.
yeah, to protect you. Oh, a house shield?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. We're gonna be playing around with this. I got my Ravenclaw shield. No way.
Nice. I like the music.
Yeah. It's
so
pleasant.
happy, yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Cute. I like how it bounces. I like the animation of the move.
The animation, everything that goes into it is really good.
Yeah.
We have a discussion thread for Monopoly Go on Discord. Yes, Parrish hooked it up, so be
Nice.
sure to check us there. Missed opportunity there. Agreed.
For
For
the
jail, yeah, for sure. But
Hillary, I haven't started playing yet, but I can.
yeah, try it out. But either way, we're going to close with Chocolate Froggos, and we'll get out of here. Thank you guys for the discussion, and we're going to try to keep this discussion going. Regards to the buyout and stuff, we'll be on top of it. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And again, trailer reactions tomorrow. We're going to look out for that. More Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone chaos next Monday. But yeah, let's get the Chocolate Froggos going. You know we got to do the drop, so let's do it.
Froggos.
Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Mic check. All right, let me turn off so you guys can see the cards. All right, guest is in the chat. Chocolate Frog's in the chat. What would you like to see?
Today, I would like to see Hengist.
Hengist.
Yes. Hengist of Woodcroft.
Yeah, I'll go with the ginger stud as well.
Whoa.
No, wait,
Do we
no.
think we'll get a double Hengist?
No, Merlin. Merlin's always the answer. Merlin or Helga. That's always the answer.
Okay.
That's always the answer. We got a bunch of Amelias, Merlins, Helga, and the ginger stud.
Nice.
Danny going old school.
Double Merlins from Britter. That's a bold
Whoa.
move.
Ooh. Coming out, Tech Wired, Garrick Ollivander. Ollivander's a rare one.
We don't see Ollivander.
We
that
don't.
often.
We don't. Dumbledore says Hillary. Ooh, Dumbledore. I'll be fine with Dumbledore. He was inspired by Merlin. Rowena Merlin says Potterhead Mando. Lockhart says Micah. Gryffindor also says Micah. The Big M. Merlin for days says Doug.
Merlin for days.
All right, here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Somebody called Garrick Ollivander.
Yeah, Ollivander.
Was that Micah?
I got Ignatia.
Ignatia Wildsmith. You wouldn't believe. And we got Garrick Ollivander.
What a day.
Let's go. Tech Wired. That was Tech Wired. Great call. Great. Ignatia Wildsmith and Ollivander. I'll take it. I will take it. Ba-ba-ba-ba. But either way, man, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this Whizzing Wednesday. As we do every Wednesday live, 4:30 Eastern time. Same bat channel, same bat time. Wait, I said that in reverse. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep.
If you know, you know. I'm not going to age myself and tell you where that's from. But nonetheless, we love you guys. We're going to try to stay positive regarding this merger. We're going to try. That's the key word. But if you have doubt, if you have just overall just an ominous vibe when it comes to it, it's merited based off of the CEO's recent wording. And yeah, whether it's 2% or 50%, we're pulling for the people who might lose their jobs or whatever because, you know, they don't deserve it. And so we hope everything is on the up and up if this merger goes through, whether with Netflix or Paramount. But either way, we'll be covering it. We'll be breaking it down, and we'll be sharing our thoughts with you guys. So continue to share yours with us. Hope you guys have a great holiday season. Yeah, join the Discord. We got some fun stuff going on down there. But until then, we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Ready? 1, 2.
1, 2,
1.